there, Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Lakeport branch, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some new adult books at the Lake County Library. I just want to let you know that you can order any of these books for free using your Lake County Library card. I will link our catalog down below. At the time that you're seeing this, until August 5th, you might not be able to actually order the books because we are changing our library systems up, but starting August 5th, you'll be able to place holds again, so just so you know. So put these on your save for later shelf on our library website. We have all kinds of really cool free stuff on our library website, including free ebooks and audiobooks. So you can maybe order some of these books for free on ebook while you're waiting to be able to put holds again. So without further ado, let's jump into the book haul. We'll start off with some nonfiction. We have some nonfiction, mysteries, general fiction, and historical fiction. So our first nonfiction for today is The Zorg by Siddharth Kara, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, so sorry. The murder of 130 African slaves set off the abolitionist movements in both England and the US, when the overcrowded Dutch merchant ship the Zorg set off for Jamaica with 442 slaves aboard. Unexpected weather and poor navigation resulted in dangerously low stores of water. The crew's heinous solution was to throw human cargo overboard, starting with women and children. The Zorg is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Next, we have 1929 by Andrew Ross Sorkin. With unparalleled access to historical records and newly uncovered documents, Sorkin takes readers behind the scenes of the greatest crash in Wall Street history. Learn about the battle between Washington and Wall Street, the causes of financial upheaval, and the upper-crust bankers, financiers, politicians, regulators, and others whose fingerprints were on the collapse. 1929 is also available as an ebook, an e-audiobook, and on book on CD. Next, we have El Paso by Jazmine Ulloa. In this deeply researched account of the history and identity of the Ellis Island of America's southern border, New York Times national reporter Ulloa shares the story of 5 families: the Chews, the Martinezes, the Holguins, the Rubios, and the Murrells, to make the case that El Paso deserves the historical spotlight. Readers will learn the turbulent history of Latin America and U.S. border states. El Paso is also available on e-audiobook. Our last nonfiction for today is a tad unusual, shall we say, Traversal by Maria Popova. Giant book. Popova, the creator of the blog The Marginalian, explores here the meaning of life through the intertwined stories of historical figures like Mary Shelley, Frederick Douglass, and Dorothy Hodgkin, examining science, art, and human experience from the microscopic to the cosmic. It connects their lives and discoveries to answer big questions about existence and more. Traversal is also available on e-audiobook. Next, we're moving on to general fiction, and first we have More Than Enough by Anna Quindlen. This is actually the only general fiction, which is a slice of life tale that explores how we find ourselves again and again through the relationships that define us. Polly, at 42, is running out of time to become a mother. IVF treatments haven't helped, and when her book club gives her a DNA test as a gag gift, she's shocked to find an unknown relation. According to Publishers Weekly, Quindlen charms with her nuanced depiction of the women's close bonds. More Than Enough is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, and large type. Next, we're moving on to historical fiction, and our first historical fiction is Keeper of Lost Children by Sadeqa Johnson. This is the story of 3 Black Americans living in the aftermath of World War II, one in the newly desegregated U.S. military, one raising the cast-off children of Black U.S. military men and German women, and one who is selected for a scholarship to a boarding school. Through their experiences, Johnson examines the influence of World War II on the civil rights movement. Keeper of Lost Children is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, and in large type. Next, we have The Mad Wife by Meagan Church. In this nod to Sylvia Plath, Lulu Mayfield is a 1950s housewife who seems to have it all. Her husband is a successful architect. Their son is thriving. And the whole neighborhood recognizes Lulu's exemplary molded gelatin salads. Yet, Lulu's exhausted, and she yearns for something different. Her strange behavior and unwillingness to keep up appearances begin to alarm her husband. The Mad Wife is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Next, we have Circle of Days by Ken Follett. This is a dramatic and complex imagining of the origins of Stonehenge. The narrative is grounded in the parallel stories of Seft, a flint miner and craftsman, and Joya, the sister of the woman Seft loves, who aspires to become a priestess. After a fire destroys the monument, a wooden structure surrounding a sacred circle, Joya leads a bold effort to rebuild it in stone. Circle of Days is also available on book on CD, ebook, and e-audiobook. Our next genre is mystery, and our first mystery is The Keeper by Tana French. This is the final volume of French's Cal Hooper trilogy, in which there's a girl gone after missing. Young Rachel Holohan, a resident of the fictional Ireland town of Arcadney, had visited Cal's fiancé shortly before her disappearance. When she's found in the river, stomach full of antifreeze, the medical examiner rules it a suicide, but her death divides the close-knit town. The Keeper is also available in large type, as an ebook, and as an e-audiobook. Next, we have A Good Person by Kirsten King. The New York Times Book Review calls this a Zillennial Gone Girl, and Seattle Times says, if Otessa Moshfegh dabbled in murder, that's what you have here. After Lillian, blindsided by a breakup, exacts revenge on her sort of ex by casting a hex on him, she becomes the prime suspect in his subsequent murder. Her desperation to restore her reputation as the mourning girlfriend throws her into a dangerous tailspin. A Good Person is also available on ebook and as an e-audiobook. Next, we have A Violent Masterpiece by Jordan Harper. In this noir standalone sequel to Everybody Knows, Kara, a fixer for the elite concierge service Sub Rosa, mourns the disappearance of her coworker, Phoebe. Defense attorney Doug Gibson's investigation into a client's suspicious jailhouse death points him towards Sub Rosa, while Jake Deal inadvertently films Phoebe's abduction at a Hollywood party during his filming of a true crime podcast. A Violent Masterpiece is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. And our last book for today is It Should Have Been You by Andrea Mara, which is a domestic thriller set in a glossy South Dublin neighborhood. In an accidental reply all, exhausted new mother Susan accidentally sends a snarky text full of neighborhood secrets to the neighborhood WhatsApp group. When a woman who shares Susan's address in a different part of town is murdered, Susan wonders, did the killer get the wrong house? It Should Have Been You is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. That is it for today's book haul. We hope that you enjoyed it. Please let us know down below if you have any questions or if you order any of these books. We really love to hear from you. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.